Testing. for you when you're... I know. Good, thanks. How are you? Yeah, really good. Yeah, did you? Yeah.
Yes, bloody everything good. And this is weird. Yeah, I got a photo of it. Way sort of. Yeah. 487.
That's all. And I...
I'm going to open, and I'm going to open, and then I'm just going to test that Raffaella can hear us. She can hear us.
We did a test at 5, but yeah, that was
No
much.
worries.
And then Artie Lola will stand up here and do the...
All right, I think we're good to go. Earlier. Thank you, everyone. Okay, I now declare the Randwick City Council Extraordinary Meeting open at 6:12 p.m. on Thursday, the 30th of December 2021. Before I run through the agenda, could I just confirm that Councillor Pandolfini can hear us and can communicate with us? She's just coming online. Could you just say something for us, if that's possible?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I will now begin with the prayer. Almighty God, we humbly beseech you to bestow your blessings upon this council and to direct and prosper our deliberations to the advancement of your glory and the true welfare of the people of Randwick and Australia. Amen. I'll now hand over to Auntie Lola, who will perform the Welcome to Country.
Oh, good evening, everyone. I'm glad I could take the mask off just to speak. It fogs my glasses otherwise. So, my name is Lola Ryan. I'm from the La Perouse Aboriginal community on the shores of Botany Bay, and I belong to the Dharawal language group. I'd like to start by paying my respects to my elders, past, present and future, and extend that respect to any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander person present here tonight. It's both a pleasure and an honour to welcome our newly elected councillors for the next term of Randwick City Council and thank them for committing their time to serve our great community. Traditionally, we welcomed other tribes, clans to our land. Today, we welcome all Australians on behalf of our ancestors and ask that they respect the land as our people have done for generations. This area is significant to our people, part of our heritage, and as there are middens, burial grounds, rock carvings close by. We are one of the oldest living cultures in the world and have survived for over 60,000 years and will continue for many more. Our language was not a written one. We communicated orally through storytelling, song, dance and art. We still use these methods today in both a traditional and contemporary way to teach our children their culture and for them to be proud of their heritage. On behalf of the La Perouse Local Aboriginal Land Council, my ancestors, my community, I welcome you all here, and may our spirits walk with you and guide you and keep you safe. Thank you. Have a great evening and Happy New Year to all. Let's hope we get a better 2022. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thank you very much, Auntie Lola. Could everyone please be seated? Okay. I now move to apologies and granting of leaves of absence. From my understanding, all councillors are present and Councillor Pandafini is tuning in online. We'll now move to declarations of pecuniary and non-pecuniary interests. Are there any declarations of interest? Okay, there being no declarations of interest, addresses of council by members of the public. There are no registered members of the public, so we'll move to the next item. Is there any urgent business? Okay, there being no urgent business, I move to the first item on the business paper, General Manager's Report, GM 15/21, Oath or Affirmation of Office by Councillors.
I'll move that.
Thank you. Moves Councillor Veach. Is there a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Hamilton.
Thank you, Mr Mayor Parker. Just congratulating the newly elected councillors. It's been a challenging time, and I'd also like to thank all of the staff for arranging all of the affirmations and oaths in these very changeable circumstances, and congratulate all of the elected and all of the councillors who contested and the councillors who from the previous term. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Veach. Can I just confirm that you are moving what is on the projector, which contains the dates at which the councillors took their oath or affirmation?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Councillor Hamilton.
Thanks, Mr Mayor. I too would like to acknowledge the staff and thank very much for all of their support in helping us get through the election. It was very challenging. I acknowledge all the returning councillors and look forward to the next term with them. The new councillors, I think it's fantastic that you've made that decision to represent your residents, and you will have a wonderful time. This is a very rewarding position to be in. And I also do want to extend a very, very, very exciting welcome to all the females that have joined us. So we now have 8 females on Randwick City Council, the first time in the history of this municipality and city, and it's a fantastic indication of the true representation of the people within our community, and I'm extremely excited to welcome so many of you to this role, and I look forward to spending more time with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Hamilton. Are there any further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, Councillor Veach, I assume you do not wish to close the debate. I will now put it. All those in favour? All those against? I declare that carried. Okay, I will now leave the chair for the election of the Mayor and the Deputy Mayor and hand over to the General Manager.
Thank you, Councillor Parker. Councillors, you have before you a report, Director of Corporate Services report number CO 74-21 with a recommendation. Do I have a mover? Councillor Veach.
Thank you, Madam General Manager. I would like to move this report in the following manner, with the method of voting by open voting, and point C, election of Deputy Mayor as per the amendments sent through to Mr Kelly, with the Deputy Mayoral term for 1 year throughout the term. Thank you.
That's seconded by Councillor Nielsen. Councillor Hamilton.
Can I just seek some clarification? 1 year instead of 9 months, is that correct?
The first one is for 9 months, so it would be September every year. So September, so obviously voting tonight for the Deputy Mayor, voting next September, September 22, and also in September 2023. Thank you.
Councillors, if there are no other questions, I will put the motion. All those in favour? Aye. That's carried. We'll now move forward with the election of the Mayor. So I've received the following valid nominations for the office of Mayor. I've Councillor Christy Hamilton, who has been nominated by Councillor Rosenfeld and Councillor Hay, and Councillor Dylan Parker, who has been nominated by Councillor Wilson and Councillor Nielsen. Both Councillor Hamilton and Councillor Parker have accepted the nominations in writing, and there being no further nominations, I declare the nominations for mayoral election closed. As there is more than one nomination for the office of Mayor, an election will be necessary, and in accordance with the earlier resolution of Council, voting will be by a show of hands. Voting will be undertaken in alphabetical order of candidates. So I will now call for a show of hands for Councillor Hamilton. There are 6 votes for Councillor Hamilton. I will now ask for a show of hands for Councillor Parker. There are 9 votes for Councillor Parker. I declare Councillor Parker is elected as Mayor for the term until September 2023. Congratulations, Councillor Parker. Invite you to come to the stand.
Thank you very much, Madam General Manager, and if I may just indulge in a few brief remarks. First, I would like to begin by thanking my colleagues for their support for the second time in some months. As I've previously mentioned, it is an immense privilege and an honour to serve one's community, not only as a councillor but as the Mayor of this particular very, very special city in my mind. How I would like to undertake this particular office is very much in the first amongst equal model of mayors, where each individual councillor, I have an open door policy where any opportunity for where I can be of assistance, it is definitely one which I would like to take up. I note that there were some very kind words from Councillor Veitch and Councillor Hamilton as to the new incoming cohort of councillors. There are some new faces, in fact a majority of new faces on the council, and I think it is a very exciting time and a very useful opportunity for a fresh start at Randwick Council. It would be totally remiss of me not to comment on the fact that we have for the first time ever, a majority female council. That is a huge achievement, and it's something that I think that the entire community can be proud of. Look, we all sink and swim together on this council. In the eyes of most of the community, they don't see Liberal, Labor or Green or Independent for that matter. They just see councillors who, in their eyes, are hopefully working towards a common goal. So look, it's on all of us really to find some way, even though at points we may want to commit and what can only be described as violence against one another, but to find a way to constructively work together for the better of our city. So look, thank you once again, but importantly, look, tonight isn't about me, it's about all of you who've just commenced your new councillor terms and our ability to work together. So congratulations once again, and thank you for the trust.
Councillors, before I move on to the election of Deputy Mayor, can I ask if anyone else would like to speak?
Thank you. Look, I'd just like to extend my congratulations to Councillor Parker. I think now more than ever, our local residents, businesses and organisations are really recognising the sheer importance of local government and local community. So it's a real time to work together, hopefully in a collegiate manner with all the councillors here and all the members of our community and their sort of diverse views. So it is a pretty challenging time we're in, but I'm confident that you're going to be a leader that will elicit great respect and genuine respect from the community. So thank you and congratulations.
Councillor De Souza.
Thank you, General Manager. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Mayor has welcomed the new councillors. At this particular council elections, the community has spoken, and it has said climate change is real and we need to do something about it. Nature, my friends, is vital to us all. A thriving natural world regulates our climate, nurtures our physical and mental health, and helps feed our families. But for too long we've neglected our wild spaces, and now we are facing a number of tipping points. If we don't act now, we will permanently destabilise our planet, and we will rob our children of the future they deserve. Today we have 4 Green councillors elected to Randwick City Council. Never in the history of this council have we had so many Green councillors. And it appears those councillors who were resistant to accept climate science have been replaced by climate warriors. I am not a Green. I'm an independent councillor, but I don't need to be a Green to prosecute the case to address climate change. Because the world scientific community has spoken, and they have given us the prognosis. If we do not act together to decrease our carbon emissions and address climate change, we will surely perish. Climate change is real, councillors and friends, and this is the most urgent of times and the most urgent of challenges. We have to address this challenge with honesty and courage. This should no longer be a political debate, but a human debate, because climate change threatens our very existence. Protecting our children's future and ensuring they inherit the earth in good condition is chronicled in the principle of intergenerational equity. It is our duty to our children and should be paramount to us all to protect our planet for this and future generations. I welcome the new Green councillors to this council And I give them my assurance that I will work with them and others who will prioritise the health of our planet and work to protect it for future generations. Change, my friends, will not occur if we look to other people and other times. We are the other people or person we're looking for. Now is the time. Thank you and welcome, councillors.
Thank you, Councillor Hamilton.
Thank you, General Manager. Congratulations, Councillor Parker, on winning the second term as Mayor, even though it should have been probably a 2-year in a row. It's punctuated by an election. But I'm speaking on behalf of all the Liberals that are sitting in the room, that we thank you very much for your consideration on committees and other collaborative endeavours, that we hope to work very well with you and with your colleagues, and also with the Greens colleagues as well. We want to work in harmony, and we believe that you will lead this council very well, and that you will do your best to ensure that we all have an equal chance of working for the residents, as we are all here to do. So congratulations once again. Thank you.
Councillors, if there are no further comments, I will move forward to the election of the Deputy Mayor. For the election of the Deputy Mayor, I have received the following valid nominations. Councillor Bill Burst, nominated by Councillor Hamilton and Councillor McCafferty, and Councillor Kim Chappell, nominated by Councillor Veach and Councillor Olive. Both Councillor Chappell and Councillor Burst have accepted the nominations in writing, and there being no further nominations, I declare the nominations for Deputy Mayor election closed. As there is more than one nomination for the office of Deputy Mayor, an election will be necessary, and in accordance with the earlier resolution of Council, voting in the election will be by a show of hands. In alphabetical order, I would now call for a show of hands for Councillor Bill Burst. There are 6 votes for Councillor Burst. I would now call for a show of hands for Councillor Kim Chappell. There are 9 votes for Councillor Kim Chappell. I therefore declare that Councillor Kim Chappell is elected Deputy Mayor for the term until September 2022. Congratulations.
Thank you, Madam General Manager. Deputy Mayor, is there anything you would like to say?
Sorry, if I could very briefly just say thank you very much for the confidence that you've placed in me. I'm pretty excited to be on a council where we have a majority women councillors and a female general manager. I think that's a pretty exciting moment for this area. I'm looking forward to collaborating with all of you. I've met most of you already, and working productively with the staff. There's a lot of amazing expertise and knowledge of our community in this room, and I can't wait to work with all of you. And I'd just like to restate, I think, the commitment of all of us in this room for leadership on climate action, and recognise local government has been an incredibly powerful supporter of local communities in the last 2 years. And when it comes to looking after our neighbours and making real justice happen, I think this is an amazing place to be. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers? Councillor Veach.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. I too would like to extend my congratulations to Councillor Chappell. As Councillor Hamilton and others have mentioned tonight, it is very exciting to be here with the majority of women councillors for the first time in the history of Randwick Council. It's very exciting, and I'm delighted that you've been elected Deputy Mayor. I know you're incredibly intelligent and hardworking and very much dedicated to the local community, and very much looking forward to working with you. So congratulations.
Thank you. Are there any further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, and the election of the Mayor and the Deputy Mayor now being concluded, I will now move to the next item, CO75, Council approval of countback method to fill any casual councillor vacancy. Do I have a mover? Moved by Councillor Nielsen, seconded by Councillor Burst.
I have my
Sorry, I misheard it. Seconded by Councillor Luxford.
I'm moving it as per the recommendation on the business paper, and that is that the countback method be used to fill a councillor vacancy should it occur within 18 months of the 4th of December 2021 election of councillors.
Thank you. The seconder of the motion? Are there any further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, I will now put it. All those in favour? All those against? Declare that carried. Okay. CO76/21, Local Government New South Wales Special Conference Voting Delegates.
I'll move it.
Yeah, moved by Councillor Veach. You need to... Thank you. Do I have a seconder?
second.
Okay, seconded by Councillor Luxford.
Thank you. I'll be moving this, noting that the 9 voting delegates will be made up of 3 Labor councillors, 3 Green councillors and 3 Liberal councillors. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. The seconder of the motion. Thank you. No, are there any other further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, I will now put it. All those in favour? All those against? Declare that carried. We now move to the next item of business, CO77/21, Council representation on outside committees. Do I have a mover? Moved by Councillor Said. Do I have a seconder? Seconded by Councillor Hamilton. Okay, Councillor Said.
Mr Mayor, I move that we do it as per recommendation, and as per every councillor should have the list on their desks, and as per the lists that are on the desks, and that we come back in February to do finalise.
Thank you. The seconder of the motion.
Yes, thank you, Mr Mayor. I too agree, and on behalf of my colleagues, agree to the positions that have been allocated according to the paper that has been provided. Thank you.
Are there any further speakers? Okay, there being no further speakers, I will now put it. All those in favour? All those against? Declare that carried. Thank you. There being no further business, I now declare the extraordinary council meeting of the 30th of the 12th, 2021 closed at 6:38 p.m. Congratulations, everyone. Very efficient meeting. Thank you. Thank you.